it's one of them. Maybe that's one of them. But there we go. 5-minute break. There are some champions that have been switched around compared to their last draft, but the idea of the draft remains exactly the same. They will play team fights. They will play towards their carries. They will play defensive if they need to. They will just be patient. Let the scaling come. Let the items come in. Then once the carries hit critical mass, that's when you usually just overpower your opponent. Just because your items are just... they're more valuable on your champions than the items on the other team. So, it's... for 777, really it's about finding the early picks, creating advantages. I would say, you know, if it can happen, maybe top lane. Obviously, they don't have to play like that. MF Umumu, you know, as long as MF keeps up in items, they will retain their effectiveness in team fights. So, have to wait and see. Right, will we see some early movement into the enemy jungle from 5-minute break? Or is it just going to be some defensive formation here? We are expecting the invade to come out, but honestly, 777's level 1, overall, not the greatest. Especially Vi. As a champion, she does not really do much level 1. Usually, you just want to take W to clear your first camp, so you're not very effective. Even level 2 is a bit of a problem. Champion really only becomes fully operational at level 3, I would say.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you'll find yourself respawning at home.
Galio, judgment. Hope you had a fun life. You're about to pay for it.
So Vi starting at top. Lilia starting at bot side. Now what this means for the map is 777 are not playing towards top. At least when it comes to this first clear here. It does mean that Vi, after his first clear, it will be easier to transition from, you know, clearing that top side the second time towards Grubs if they decide to play for that. But early on, it just means the Olaf won't receive the jungle attention. So we'll have to see how Rack plays this out. He already got level 2 advantage, but Fool is respecting. No surprises there. Also, a lot of respect has to be paid by FMB's bot lane here because of this MF and Lulu level 2. Rack going for these early trades, but phase rush nicely procced there by Fool. This is a matchup specific technology that's being employed here. Phase rush on Ornn, especially effective against Olaf and against Darius. Which really helps you get away from these sticky situations where they got the slow on you. So far, so good. As long as you're not dying, that's a job well done. And he procs phase rush again. Not really giving Olaf a chance to get the kill here. Stacking the wave though, quite dangerously. Rack goes for the 1v1, but he misjudges the amount of damage he was going to heal. And Deja Fool scores first blood in this game. Didn't even need the jungle interference there. Fool just straight up kills him. That is not a good start for 777. It's what you would expect, but in reverse. Now Amumu going in though. And onto Christian Simeone. No cleanse fired just yet. Now the cleanse is going to come out because that was the second bandage toss. Just playing it safe. Now have a counter engage, possibly from FMB, but here comes 777's jungler, Judgy Rocks, trying to get the first kill for his team. Cargilly will die for that auto attack, and now a jungler from FMB shows up topside, and that is a very painful punish for Rack, who just had to use his teleport to come back to the lane. Now this lane is going to get pushed, and that is Fool with 2 early kills, and he's going to be he's going to feel very safe, very, very safe in this matchup right now. That is already 1 pressure point on the map that is very quickly being lost by 777. And it all happened in the first 5 minutes. Now obviously, there is another, there's another positive for 777. They got the first kill onto the Galio. They forced out all of the summoners. So a possibility of a repeat all-in or a repeat gank is very real. And as we said, 777, because of that first clear and how Judgy chose the path, now he has an easier path onto Void Grubs. Nice trade from Mark User King on the Anivia. Now Olaf, he can't really threaten Ornn anymore with the kill, but he will still get the push. That much is true. So 777, despite the 2 early deaths from Olaf, still secure first 3 Void Grubs of the game. But you have to imagine FMB will try to interrupt at the second Void Grub spawn. Kind of surprised that FMB were just allowed to crash the wave there. I felt like that was a pretty good opportunity to just go in and find something. Now they'll be able to push a wave back. Yeah, it looks like Fool will be able to finish that Sunfire Cape very fast. Or, well, whatever he decides to go for, really. I mean, Bramble Vest, that's also fine. Will help in any fights that he chooses to take. Extra effective versus double physical damage top jungle. Now 777 taking advantage of that tempo they generated bot lane. They will take the first dragon of the game. So not just sitting around, actually making moves. Very good to see. But yeah, the decisive point I feel like is about to happen for this game. We're gonna hit ultimates for the bot lane. Vi's gonna hit her ultimate as well. Season assist. These are very important cooldowns. Oh, but now Ara going in at level 5, completely misjudging the timing where he was allowed to actually go in, and Hawksbill protecting his bot lane as he usually does. Gets a kill for himself, and now Yama might be in trouble too, but that shove actually helps him get away. Just barely. Not a bad situation for 777, despite what just happened. Yeah, I don't think this Ornn can really be moved in any way. Okay, BB Twink gets caught by the grenades, so no kill there. But I think, yeah, we'll want to actually secure a recall here if possible. Oh, there is Ara going to the grave, I think. That's the answer to our question. The Bill gets kill number 2, and they also forced out Amumu's flash, which will have pretty big consequences for the next dragon fight, or even like the next play that 777 could go for bot lane. But we see a gank mid lane instead It's on to Martin Juicer King, who now flashes away, but it's a little bit too late, I'm afraid. No way. That's not a kill. Rocks decides against it. He knew that the jungler could be close by, and Anivia still had the egg. So, even if that gets procced, he would be in danger with his Q on cooldown. Really unfortunate. Oh, but now it could be something big for 777, but did not quite have the additional lockdown because Amumu was not yet level 6. All of these deaths actually caught up to him. They were not able to kill off the Jinx. I think that one ultimate ability is what was lacking. Now he is level 6. I mean, kind of still got what they came for at the end of the day. It's not a bad play to make. Just that they don't get the kill. Christian Simeone is still without his summoners going into the next dragon. That is very important information. Second Void Grub started by 777, and there's no contest to be had, I think. Although now Fool is rotating. But there's no jungler in sight, but he can't really do anything about this. But Jing's Rocket comes out. It's not going to kill anything. That is 6 out of 6 Void Grubs for 777. The question is, how can they utilize it? The way things are going, you kind of want to make a play on the side lane just to get the towers falling. Get even one single play for the Olaf. That would be enough as a start. Yama was looking for a play down bot, but it was sussed out quite quickly. Gonna take more than that to surprise FMB's bot lane. I feel like it's just the move that has to come in first before the Talia comes in with her wall to make sure that an attempt like that actually works. It needs to be well coordinated. Oh, Ara. Looks like he's getting picked off again. Curse of the Sad Mummy is not going to save him. Actually, bullet time used by Weeby Twink. It's not what you want to see before this dragon, and Rack is also going to die on the other side of this map. Cargilino goes in with a taunt, but not enough damage between the two of them. Rocks, however, now he's coming in with his cease and desist, and this could just be what saves the situation for 777. What an entrance by Blue Team's jungler. And straight into the dragon they go. That was really well played. FMB overextending a little bit bot lane, and it finally catches up to them. And now Rack maybe gets his first kill onto Fool. Fool flashes, but he's not going to get away from this. Shutdown. So important for 777, and this definitely puts them back in the game. 2 dragons to 0. 6 Void Grubs. Actually looking pretty good, all things considered. FMB may have the gold lead, but doesn't really matter right now. And now look at the tower damage that Rag 96 is able to do with 6 Void Grubs. So yeah, that's going to force out the TP, obviously. Used without any risk by Fool, given that the dragon has already been killed by 777, but now Curse of the Sad Mummy comes out. Our On Fire really wants this killed, but there's no bullet time. It was used by Weeby Twink just not too long ago. So there's not much that the Misfortune can do without that. Alright, now let's see. In response, Hawksbill actually invading the blue side of the map. Ara still looking to play aggressively. I don't know if they have information about what's going on. A little bit of downtime for now. Just waiting for our important abilities. for Yama to make a move down to the side lane, or maybe make a move towards his jungler. Judgy Rock's coming to maybe scrap against the Lilia, but she's actually ahead in levels. I don't think that's a fight you necessarily want to take. The Rift Herald is up, but right now, FMB, I feel like they would be able to interrupt, given the situation on the map. Still definitely very dicey for FMB down in this bot lane. Jinx is under a lot of pressure without the cleanse. Just standing there, just taunting. F777 straight up, but like, where's the... Did he have flash? He just died to the damage. What just happened there? Definitely a big mistake, but now Yama could be the one that falls. So FMB get one kill in return, but it's the bot lane tower that falls first on the map. 777 get the extra gold. Okay, not bad, not bad. Hawksbill, as is tradition, finding the kills, like just creating them out of thin air. No matter the game, he will be fed. That's just a fact of life. That's just a thing that we've become accustomed to. This is UNL, rule number 4 of UNL. I'm just making this up on the fly. Rule number 4. Hawksbill has at least 5 kills by 20 minutes. I will not say I don't make the rules because I actually make them. So it doesn't really apply to me. Just over a minute until this dragon spawns, and it is a pretty important timer. We will have the summoner spells ready for Christian Simeone, but he's only going to have a Kraken Slayer. That's not yet a point where Jinx is actually online. That is just the beginning. Usually you need Infinity Edge at least to pair with that to be able to deal significant damage. So this will be up to Lilia and Anivia to create zones of control where FMB can actually just move with comfort along the river. But the way things are right now, 777 are actually moving in themselves, getting into river first, maybe trying to get a pick. FMB looks like, yep, they are not walking in to any dangerous positions, but now they may just get a pick onto Weeby Twink. Flashes out, but will not get the kill? Actually, MF might just survive. Actually survives, just barely. Brack forces out the hero's entrance. Look at Arl on fire on the flank. There's no one ready for this engage, though. Just barely gets away, but now the Anivia flash from Martin Juicer King. Well, look at the sad bullet time. Just curse the sad mummy, sorry. There's no misfortune. Manages to save the top laner, or sorry, the mid laner, but at what cost? But hey, there's a plot twist, something we haven't mentioned yet. Judgy Rock was actually in the bot side this whole time, taking down towers. This is a little bit troublesome situation for FMB. They don't quite know where the jungler is. Now we're going to spot Judgy Rocks. Oh, that is very awkward. Has to flash away just to evade the damage. Rest of FMB getting chased down. Who will win on both sides of the front? It's FMB with a lot of burst on the right side of this fight. They have the numbers advantage. 777 overplayed their hand. And they will lose the dragon stacking as well. Are on fire coming in, but what can you do without your ultimate as a lonely Amumu support? Not much. 777, it feels like they had the right idea, the right mindset coming into this, but just didn't quite find what they were looking for. FMB, get out of this situation feeling pretty happy, you have to assume. 2 extra kills on Valilia, and you know, having more kills on this champ is always going to be great. This is one of the strongest champions on the patch, honestly. It's really, really strong overall. Anivia also, I feel like, a pretty underrated champion with how cheap Rod of Ages is, and you know, also the individual power of the Archangel's staff item. On 2 items, Anivia feels pretty damn powerful as well. So now it's just the Jinx that needs a little bit of time to get going. Once that happens, and also Ornn gets his levels very soon, like you're looking at a very, very scary FMB team comp. Feels like time is slowly running out for 777. Oh no. Yeah, that has to be a flash. Aura on fire will probably get picked off here. He continues to keep going because he has MF as a follow-up plus the buy. Can 777 get at least 1 kill out of this situation? No, they can't. Ornn comes out as a response. Actually, Yama with the Talia. It's kill number 1 for 777, but it's going to be responded with by the Lilia. But Hawksbill has to be careful. He just gets the shutdown away. FMB, overextend. It's a triple for 777. Could even be a quadra if they play this correctly and not give away too much. The passive is procced, but is it going to save the Anivia? Galio with the hero's entrance. I don't think that's what you wanted. Might just die as well. Actually gets away just barely with his life. Did not need to use the flash, but look at what happened here. 777, 4 kills on Misfortune just like that. Such a random turn of events. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a super scary Misfortune that could just dominate the next team fight. She's already at 2 items. She hasn't based yet. And then Rack 96 on the top side of the map with his 6 Void Grubs. Very powerful push. And will not get stopped by Lilia. Even if the sleep comes out, Olaf has Ragnarok. So I don't think this is a kill that Lilia can take, but he will try, and actually keeps up with the Ghost movement speed, so perhaps I was wrong about that. It is small recompense for 5-minute break, as they now will maybe to try this, try and take this top turret. Ornn hovering for a Jinx. Actually decide against it. Jinx just wants to spend her gold for now. Wonder... Okay. Just enough for BF Sword, not enough for Infinity Edge yet. There is still time for Jinx to maybe get to that power level before the next dragon comes up. And Ornn will soon enter a stage where he can upgrade one of the items as well, and I have to assume he will just go to the Lilia. Aura on fire, very close to getting picked off. Actually, FMB could still go for it. Aura on fire, he will probably just die here. I don't think you should use your ultimate either. Just accept the pick and move away, but okay, he flashes away instead. Jinx rocket misses. It's a pretty tense spot. But 777 have the mid lane push for now. The bot lane push is there as well. FMB, they don't quite have the angle to fight. But Ornn Horn was used. So not much there to look for, but now Judgy Rocks, he may have tried to look for an engage, but he's going to be a little bit out of position here. Aura on fire is going to fall first. But look at Rack on the flank! He might just get Hawksbill. Needed one more axe to hit, but he's not going to make it happen. Hawksbill very low, going into this dragon fight. FMB still want to fight. They go on to the Talia, but she gets away with a nice shove. They won't get Judgy Rocks either. Actually, Hawksbill wants to chase. Does not have Wilting Lullaby, but he does have the Galio Flash to pair with all the damage. And FMB makes sense out of his scramble, and they will get the second dragon. The second Cloud Dragon for themselves. 777 tried to answer with a mid push, but against the Anivia, they were not able to do much. Feels pretty tense for 777 as well. Like, you can tell that they're trying to look for openings, but FMB holding strong. 777 have not found this dream engage yet. You know, the first to the sad mummy, followed by the bullet time is just, you know, that's all you can really ask for. That's what needs to happen. But how you make it happen is another story. Oh, do they want this pick onto support? Okay, they decide not to go for it. Not have enough information. Actually, okay. Alright, on the fire, just putting some wards down. No reason to do anything more than that. The Baron, the only neutral objective standing on the map right now. Misfortune almost at 4 items. This is Ghostblade, Collector, Cyrilda's Misfortune with a Serrated Dirk on top. Whoever gets caught in the waves of bullets will just take thousands of damage. But now Galio may have just found a pick, actually. Aftershock procs, but that's going to be it. Amumu finds a way out. Talia in the side lane. With her teleport up as well. So it looks like 777 want to try and spread FMB out a little bit. And find a situation where they can actually get a pick off and start this Baron afterwards. Racking the top lane as well. Pushing 3 waves at once. Arguably taking some damage, but he's quite tanky with his Trailblazer. Okay, FMB. Lost some time, it seems. 777 were the ones who were creating pressure, trying to find some kind of mistake, but just didn't come to pass. FMB, once again, very disciplined in situations like this. They know realistically how fast a Baron can be. They're tracking the enemy's movements. They know which parts of the map are safe and which are not. Okay. Are on fire. Tried to go for a bandage toss. Did not want to expend the flash. Find the pick. It feels like that flash will have to come out at some point because, you know, the carries on the side of FMB, they understand the ranges pretty well. So it feels like that flash just needs to come out. If you actually want to find the AoE ultimates you're looking for. Right now it's once again 777 going into the enemy jungle, finding potentially... No, that's not a pick. That cannot be a pick. Not against an Ornn of all champions. You are not killing that guy. Absolutely not. Back 96. Gets caught by a ball. But that's not who Hawksbill is willing to use the ultimate against. Like, I don't think that's actually a trade that is worth it for FMB at this stage of the game. Would create a small opening for 777 to get a better fight. Now we're 30 seconds until this next dragon comes up, so it's Baron and Dragon soon available. 777, like, they are really aggressive, trying to find anything of note. Aura on fire. Now, maybe this is a pick that FMB can get, and that will be massive for their efforts. This dragon, Aura on fire, falls without even using his ultimate. Very, very bad news for 777. as they try to stop the dragon stacking, but that's not where your jungler wants to be at this stage. Can they save him? Nice bullet time though from Wavy Twink! He completely covers that area! And they may get even more. Hawksbill is tanky though, and he will not fall here, but look at Wavy Twink, he's coming in with more damage! Rag 96, splitting on the other side of the map. 777, they may have finally done it! They found the Misfortune ultimate even without the Amumu. Wavy Twink has found the angle. Now Rag has to run. He has Ragnarok, and he will survive the incoming damage from the Ram. 777. It's finally the Dragon number 3, but the Baron remains standing. So this dance between the two teams will continue. The important thing to note is Christian Simeone still has the summoner spells. Jinx ult comes in! Oh my god, that was so close. They did not have their jungler there, so that was almost a steal from FMB. Like, after all that, imagine if the dragon got stolen. That would have just been tragedy and comedy at the same time, depending on your point of view. Yeah, 777. They maybe want 0-2, but there's one thing that you absolutely cannot deny from them, and that is their fighting spirit. No matter who the opponent is, they will fight. But now Yama may be in trouble. Ara on fire, looking to save his mid laner, and he will successfully do so, by the looks of things. No further development here. Lilia just uses her ultimate to save the situation. Make sure nothing happens that would actually endanger FMB here. So now, the important items for FMB are coming in. We were talking a lot of positives about 777. How they have managed to build this gold lead and keep it. But you look at Anivia, you look at Jinx, and it's starting to become quite a stressful situation. Infinity Edge already completed. You have the LDR in the works. Anivia is about to have Zhonya's Hourglass, so that's one target that Vi cannot ult at will. Lilia already has her own Zhonyas. You're not ulting the Ornn, because one, he can just W some of the incoming effects, and two, he has probably like 4,000 health at this point and 250 armor, so what are you really doing? Oh, Cargilly, he will get picked off! And maybe so will Christian Simeone. Yama onto the backline. Down goes Christian Simeone. That's a 2-for-1, I have to assume, because Yama will go down for that, but that's more than worth it. But now Hawksbill wants to get more, but he's going to take so much damage from Weeby Twink. He's falling down really fast. He cannot get even a single kill. And Weeby Twink still going deathless. 11 kills up. Is this the call to go for the Baron? 2 members down. Sorry, 3 members down for FMB. Deja Vu having to answer the Ornn, the Olaf, so they can't really stop this Baron from happening. It's 2 people chasing down the Olaf, but he has Ragnarok up. He just ignores the CC. And Baron Nashor falls to 777. It's official. They got the purple buff. And what they can do with it. Does this break the backs of FMB? MF's at full build. So strong, and now has Guardian Angel on top of all the damage items. So even if the worst happens, maybe 777 can look to save their ADC. But, you know, ideally, that's not how a fight should go. Olaf probably finishing Jack over Protean next. going to be another big purchase. Actually, Rack onto the Anivia. He might just have enough damage to finish this kill. TP comes out from the Ornn to try and save a mid laner. Rack just continues to go further and further. Ragnarok stops running. They cannot save their top laner. That's 5 members to stop the Olaf. But look at what's happening mid. Inhib turret already gone. MF has to run away. It's not where you want to be on the map. But there's still Talia pushing on the top side of the map. 2 inhibitor turrets already gone. (777) attacking across multiple sides of the map. Trying to use the Baron as best they can, but right now it feels like their offense has been, their offense has been thwarted for now. But given the tempo that they given the tempo that they created with all this that's been happening, they actually get Cloud Soul. Now against a team like FMB, that could actually be pretty important. Misfortune already a very fast champion. Then you add to that 40 movement speed out of combat, Ghostblade active, but you can just, press whenever. The W passive that just allows her to move even faster if she doesn't get hit, and then Cloud Soul on top of that. Who's really catching this Misfortune? Now we see 2 things happening on both sides of the map. Judgy Rocks will probably just get picked off. Another TP from 5-minute break to secure this pick. Rack cannot save his jungler here. Not really sure what Judgy was looking at there, but it's not in the fight. Oxbill may be in some trouble. That was actually like a very bold angle that R on Fire was looking for. Can they get the jungler here? They must be looking for it! Surely it's going to be the Curse of a Sad Mummy here, coming out at some point. Is he gonna... Does he... No, he does not have it. That's my mistake. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to come out, but he does not have it. They were just looking to get that kill without the ultimate, and they almost got it. Hawks will have to flash, but now Deja Full may be the one falling instead. But MF is focusing. The other members of FMB's team, Christian Simeone just pops in 2 auto attacks. But MF is asleep. Flashes away just in time. And this is a winning fight. It has to be. MF, very low though. Can she continue with this fight? It's Olaf hitting the Anivia. Nice shove from Yama to make sure that Misfortune auto attack lands. 777. Can they get this push? Minions in the top lane. Martin Juicer King has a lot of wave clear, so they would have to kill this Anivia to keep going. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible. But they still have the Olaf on the other side. This inhibitor, can it go down? No, it looks like, yeah, the Anivia herself is just not going to be enough. 2 inhibitors falling at the same time. 777, slowly but surely, they're breaking down structures. Putting a stamp on this game, they just need... They just need to leg the envelope and send it. Last step. The enemy base. But before that, the Baron, that's spawning in 1 minute. Are you going to wait until then, or do you just believe that you can actually get a fight started with only the Nexus turrets protecting FMB? What a performance from Weeby Twink, all things considered. But also the supporting cast, like Yama, Full actually getting picked off here. It has to be a kill. Very important stuff. 477, if they can get it. Sad Bullet. Bullet time coming out. Bullet time coming out. Oh, it's a Christian Simeone. Anivia in so much trouble. Goes down. This is the end. Triple kill for Misfortune. 777. They get the win versus 5-minute break when no one believed. Where were you? when 777 fought like warriors to claw their way back from hell. 5-minute break, lose their first game versus the last place team, 777.